Ever wondered what those complex terms in your real estate contract mean? Welcome to the exciting world of real estate contracts. Often, they are filled with jargon that might seem like a different language altogether. But fear not, because understanding these terms is not as daunting as it may seem. In fact, having a grip on these terms is crucial to navigating the real estate market, whether you're a first-time homebuyer or an experienced investor. It's like learning the rules of the game before you start playing. In this video, I will be walking you through some of the most common terms and phrases you'll encounter in a real estate contract. Now that we've demystified these terms, let's quickly recap. We began our journey with real estate contracts, the legal agreements that lay the groundwork for any property transaction. Then we moved on to appraisals, the professional evaluations that determine a property's value. Up next were contingencies, those conditional clauses that can make or break a deal. We then unraveled the concept of escrow, that neutral third party securing the buyer's and seller's interests. Finally, we deciphered closing costs, those inevitable expenses that come knocking at the end of a property transaction. Each of these terms plays a crucial role in the real estate world, and understanding them can make the difference between a smooth transaction and a rocky one. And there you have it. No need to be baffled by real estate jargon anymore. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to real estate. Appraisal and contingencies to escrow and closing costs, I have you covered. By the end of this journey, you'll be conversant with real estate lingo, and will have a clearer understanding of what exactly you're signing up for when you put that pen to paper. So, are you ready? Let's dive deeper into these terms and unravel their meaning. First up, let's talk about appraisal. In the world of real estate, an appraisal is a professional evaluation of a property's worth. Imagine you're buying a house. Before the bank gives you a loan, they'd want to ensure that the property's value matches the amount you're borrowing. An appraiser would then step in, analyze the property, compare it with similar ones in the area, and come up with an estimate. So, in a nutshell, an appraisal helps determine the market value of a property. Next on the list is contingencies. These are conditions or actions that must be met for a real estate contract to become binding. Think of it like a plan B in case things go awry. For instance, a buyer might include a home inspection contingency, which allows them to back out or renegotiate the deal if serious issues are discovered during the inspection. Contingencies, therefore, are safety nets for both buyers and sellers. Now, let's tackle escrow. In the world of real estate, escrow is a term you'll hear quite often. It's like a safety net, a neutral third party involved in the buying and selling process. But what exactly does it do? Imagine you're buying a house. You've agreed on a price with the seller, but before you hand over the cash, you want to make sure everything is as it should be. That's where escrow comes in. The buyer deposits the funds into an escrow account, and the seller hands over the property deeds to the escrow agent. The agent holds on to everything until all the terms of the contract are met. Only then are the funds released to the seller and the deeds to the buyer. In essence, escrow provides an extra layer of security, ensuring that both buyer and seller keep their promises. So, escrow is essentially a neutral third party that ensures a smooth transaction. Last but not least, we have closing costs. Now, you might be wondering what these are. Well, think of them as the final sprint in the marathon of buying a property. They're the fees and expenses, above and beyond the price of the property, that buyers and sellers typically incur to complete a real estate transaction. Let's paint a picture to make this clearer. Imagine you're buying a home. You've negotiated the price, sorted out your mortgage, and you're ready to seal the deal. But hang on, there's still a bit more to pay. These are your closing costs, and they can include things like loan origination fees, appraisal fees, title searches, title insurance, surveys, taxes, deed recording fees, and credit report charges. These aren't small pennies either. Closing costs usually run between 2 and 5% of the purchase price. So, they're definitely something to keep in mind when budgeting for a new home. Remember, closing costs are the final hurdle before the property becomes yours. Heather Lake, eXp Realty.